Today in Newtown, Connecticut, where in just 3 days after this worst school shooting in history happened.
All right, yesterday was a day of reflection and remembrance as President Obama met with the families of the 6 adults and 20 children who died. He spoke at a public memorial for them as well. CBS's Erica Ferrari is in Connecticut with the story. Good morning, Erica.
Behind closed doors, the president reportedly told the governor of Connecticut that Friday was the single most difficult day of his presidency.
Charlotte, Daniel, Olivia.
The tears flowed freely as the people of Newtown, Connecticut remembered those gunned down at Sandy Hook Elementary School.
We gather here in memory of 20 beautiful children and 6 remarkable adults.
President Obama said he brought with him the love and prayers of the nation.
I am very mindful that mere words cannot match the depths of your sorrow, nor can they heal your wounded hearts.
The next painful step in the grieving process begins today when the first 2 funerals will be held here in Newtown.
They were innocent babies, and that's what makes it almost incomprehensible.
Police believe the carnage could have been much worse. They say 20-year-old Adam Lanza had enough bullets to kill just about every child in the school if given enough time.
High-capacity magazine for the rifle, all right, and multiple magazines for the rifle, and multiple magazines for both handguns.
Lanza reportedly ducked into a room and killed himself when he heard police arriving. For their bravery, the police received a standing ovation at Sunday's memorial service. And officials here have not yet decided whether or not they'll ever reopen the Sandy Hook Elementary School. In Newtown, Connecticut, Erica Ferrari, back to you.
All right, thank you for the live report this morning, Erica. Now, one of the little girls who died was named Emily Parker. She was just 6 years old, one of the youngest victims there. Her family had just moved to Connecticut from Rio Rancho here in New Mexico. She was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl. She was the oldest of 3 children for the Parkers. We'll have much more about her. We'll talk with her friends and family coming up in about a half hour. Elizabeth.
Stay with KRQE News 13 for continuing coverage of the Sandy Hook Elementary School tragedy. You can find the latest on air and online on KRQE.com.
In other news for you this morning, the controversial case of a deadly DWI crash in Rio Arriba County is finally set to start today. Back in 2009, investigators say this man, Juan de Dios Cordova, was drunk and driving on the wrong side of the road when he ran into a group of motorcycle riders and killed this man, Mark Wolf. The case has been in the news a lot because state police say that the Rio Arriba County Sheriff ordered Cordova's truck to be destroyed, even though it was probably going to be a key piece of evidence in the case.
A holiday Grinch is busted after Albuquerque police bust him for allegedly breaking into a car. 21-year-old Anthony Chavez was in court yesterday, charged with auto burglary. Police say one of the things he took was a child's Toys for Tots voucher. Police arrested him after residents saw him breaking into a car in southeast Albuquerque on Saturday. Police also say that they found heroin and meth on Chavez. An APD officer took it upon himself to make sure that the child had a good Christmas. He actually went out and bought him some gifts for this little boy and delivered them to him yesterday. And an Albuquerque boy has some new clothes to wear today after his stuff was stolen from a laundry room.
Who steals kids' clothes from a laundry room? Anyway, his family is still thanking a couple of very special Santas who are also police officers. And this all started a few weeks ago when Pamela Gaskill says her son's laundry got stolen from the laundry room at the Mountain Vista Apartments. Well, Pamela filed a police report thinking that nothing would come of it. Then this weekend, Pamela and her little boy Benjamin here got a very special gift. A couple of police officers and friends brought Benjamin that new truck. You see him there with some sneakers, jeans, even some new socks.
After having had a sad conversation with my kids, especially my little one, trying to make sense of sad things happening right now in our country, this was awesome timing that I could actually show them in a concrete way there really are good people.
Yes, there are. Hard not to smile when you hear that story. Police have not told us exactly who the police were, but Pamela says it was Officer Nathan Cadroy, his girlfriend, Sergeant Chris Silva, and his wife. Live 40 just west of Albuquerque is all clear right now after what looked like a bad crash last night. Investigators haven't said a whole lot about what happened here, but we know that truck rolled over. It was about 9 o'clock at I-40 in Atrisco Vista. We hear the driver was up and walking around after it, though. Some families here in downtown Albuquerque still extremely thankful this morning to a complete stranger who very well could have saved their lives this weekend.
Yeah, listen to this story. That Samaritan took it upon himself to knock on everyone's doors and even call 911. Maria Ibarra here woke up to ruckus on Sunday morning.
They were honking the horns and somebody else was banging on the doors. So then as soon as they got our attention, we went and we banged on the neighbors' doors.
Apparently, a passerby noticed flames from a pile of rubble at 1st Street and Haynes Avenue. This is cell phone video of Albuquerque firefighters battling the flames. Fire officials say the fire spread to a storage shed at a business called Lewis Brake and Clutch, Inc. Now, no one was inside at the time of that business. Smoke could be seen from I-40 an hour after it was called in. AFD managed to keep the fire from spreading to any homes. The cause of the fire still under investigation. One middle school student here in Albuquerque is getting a special honor from Mayor R.J. Berry later this morning. Justin Bates goes to Cleveland Middle School, and he has organized a special drive for his classmates to bring in toys and money to help out for the Toys for Tots program. And around 11 a.m. this morning, the mayor will personally thank Justin.
He was mostly known for jamming out with the likes of Ozzy Osbourne and Motley Crue, and this week a very famous drummer from here in New Mexico is getting honored by his old high school. Randy Castillo is getting the West Mesa High School Performing Arts Center named after him. That's tomorrow. Castillo was just 51 years old when he died from cancer 10 years ago in 2002. He was part of the very first graduating class at West Mesa High. That was back in 1968. He hit it big after that. He grew his hair out, kind of blow dried it, and he started playing with local bands. Congrats to him. All right, it looks like we'll have to wait another few weeks to see if a community center here in Albuquerque will be named after boxing legend Johnny Tapia. City Councilor Ken Sanchez wants the council to change the name of the Wells Park Community Center here near 5th and Mountain. But first, he wants Tapia's family to talk with the community about this. Now, Mr. Sanchez is also talking with Charles Wells' family. He was a city manager back in the 1940s and has the community center named after him right now. The center has a gym, and one idea may be to just name that after Johnny Tapia and not the whole building. Johnny Tapia, just 45 years old when he died at his home here in Albuquerque earlier this year.